Hey everybody, this is Pastor Trey, and I am hosting a meeting about how to get on Zoom. And if all you're seeing is my desktop, that is fine. If I turn on my camera right now, won't let me turn on the camera once I get to Zoom. So that's why all you're seeing is my desktop for right now. So a lot of people we're using Zoom meetings, and Zoom meetings is basically a way that we can have multiple people in the meeting at the same time, and everybody see each other, everybody be able to talk to each other. And we're going to start using this at our church. We're going to start using this. I know some other churches are going to start using this too. And so if this is reaching you, more than likely your pastor is going to, at some point, invite you to a Zoom meeting. They're a lot of fun. They're very... it's a very cool way that you can see each other, you can talk to each other, but there's a couple things that we need to know, some ways to get on, some common courtesy once you're kind of in the meetings and what have you. But anyhow, there's a couple different ways that you can be invited to a Zoom meeting. You can do it through email, which in what I'm going to show you is going to be through an email. It can be through a text message, or it can be, you can find a link. Like if you're part of our church, I'm going to put a link in our Facebook group to Zoom meetings. You can click on that link, it'll take you to that. But all three of these ways, if you have a link, it is pretty, they're all going to be pretty much the same. So you're going to go, my wife has sent me an invitation to a Zoom meeting, and so I'm going to click on this email that has the invitation. And so it says that Tammy Williams is inviting you to a scheduled Zoom meeting. Topic, my meeting, April 7th, 2020, is join Zoom meeting. So you can click right here on this link where it says join Zoom meeting, and it will take you straight to the meeting. Another way that you can do this is through the meeting ID, which is right here. But we're going to come out of the meeting, and then I'm going to show you how to do it using the meeting ID. But first we're going to do it through the link. So click on the link. So if this is your first time, going into Zoom on your computer, that you're going to have to download and run Zoom. You don't necessarily have to. You can join from your browser, but it's much better if you go ahead and download and run Zoom. So you will click here to start the download. It will, if you have a Windows, it will pop up right here in the bottom of your corner. If you have a Mac, I have no clue. I can't help you. Get a Windows. But if you have a Windows, it will pop up right down here in the bottom of your corner, where you will start downloading that and just run through the whole thing. Then you'll get back here once it's downloaded, and it will say Open Zoom. So you will click on Open Zoom, and it will take you into the host will let you into the meeting and get a phone call connecting, and see you come in here and you are in the Zoom meeting. And so the first thing that you have to do once you are in a Zoom meeting is you have to click on this button that says Start Video, and there I am. So once you start video, then you will be in the Zoom meeting. And so a couple other things that you can do is once you're in the Zoom meeting, you will see the people that on one screen, you will see the person that's talking. So in this screen, the person who is talking is going to show up in this screen, and then right here, the only person that's in here is my wife. But if you're in with a bunch of people, there will be, everybody who is in the meeting will be in this other screen. And so there's kind of two ways that you can do it. You can have like a dual view where you're looking at both of them, or what I like to do is I like to take this one that has the whole grid of everybody and put it up where I can see everybody at one time. So a couple of, I'm going to make this big right here. So a couple of options that you have. Hey Tammy, you can say something.
Oh, hey.
So something that you can do is that there's a chat feature. And so you can go over here and hit chat and leave. I would leave this open because a lot of times a lot of important information is a lot of times put into the chat area. And then my wife looks like she's going to send me a chat. Important. See, and she is sending me important information with my wife's dry pan humor. That's awesome, babe. Thank you. And so important information or chats can be put in that side of the Zoom meeting. So another thing that is very like kind of common courtesy is if so you will see. I'm going to pop out of this. One thing I like to wear headphones during the Zoom meeting. And the reason being is so that it kind of helps hear. It helps me hear. But also the audio that is coming out of my computer goes into my headphones and it doesn't go back through my microphone. And that helps out quite a bit of keeping feedback and what have you from happening during the Zoom meeting. But I'm going to close this, and I should know how to do this, and I don't. Anyhow, there we go. All right. So another thing that is kind of common courtesy that is, especially if somebody is talking, because this is the thing, your microphones are super, super sensitive. And so like when you're moving around and you're doing things and you're fiddling with whatever, that audio is going to come through. And so it will, hey, Tammy, unmute real quick and just start like banging around and doing stuff. And you've got, so Tammy has hers set really well. Where I don't even see that, but there will be other. Okay, Tammy, we'll just start talking over me.
Okay, so I'm going to talk over you,
so
and not let you have any
Tammy's
conversation.
Talking, and now it becomes.
And now you're just talking while I'm talking.
Okay, there we go. All right, so you can mute yourself again. I'm not playing, but I am. Anyhow, so
best way to mute your husband.
Yeah.
Or wife.
No, sorry. So you see that as you, it's very disrupting to a meeting to have everybody's mics on. So what's really good to do is you can go right here to this button that says mute, and you can mute yourself, and so you can mute and unmute yourself, and so that way if somebody else is talking, you can mute yourself. And it just makes the meeting go a lot easier. Typically, there will be shortcuts. Like on mine, I can hit Alt and A, and I can mute myself. Also, a lot of times, whenever you're in the box and you see everybody's boxes, there'll be a little blue. I think it's blue or purple. I'm colorblind, but Tammy, is it blue or purple? You're muted.
What are you looking for?
That little the little box up at the top corner in the screen that you can mute yourself in and out when you're in.
It's blue.
It is blue. Okay. So there's a little blue. There'll typically be a little blue button up here where you can mute yourself and unmute yourself during a meeting. During that, and also there's mine is Alt A. I've seen hold down the space bar. You can go through your settings at the beginning to figure out the shortcuts for that, and so that's pretty basic on how to get in one. Now I'm gonna get out of this meeting. Tammy's gonna still hold it up, keep it up, and I'm gonna exit out of it, and I'm gonna show you another way to enter into a Zoom meeting.
One more thing before you guys leave. If you are the host of the meeting, right above your chat feature, you'll be able to mute everyone. So you do have the ability to mute all of your participants or unmute all of your participants as a host.
And you have the ability to mute the person who has a live microphone and is disrupting the whole meeting because of background noise.
Yep, and you can mute one person at a time also.
Yeah, which is helpful sometimes. So anyhow, I'm going to jump out of this meeting, and we're going to go. I'm going to show you another way to get into the meetings. So Tammy, I'll be back in a few minutes. All right. So you hit X up here and it will say leave meeting, and now you have left the meeting. And so I'm back in this email, and same thing. So let's just say that you don't have a link. You don't have a link to get into the meeting, but you have the meeting ID. And this right here, well, not all that. This right here is your meeting ID. And so a lot of times, so my wife's my wife's setup is super complicated. A lot of times, all it will be this top part, and then the meeting ID, and then a lot of meetings will also have a password. And so what you need to do is you need to jot down that meeting ID and that password. I've already jotted it down. So meeting ID, password. A lot of times, all of this stuff in here. Like all of this will not be here. It will be this top stuff and then straight to meeting ID and password. So I'm going to show you another way to get into a Zoom meeting. You can go to your browser and Zoom meetings, and you can go straight to the Zoom website. All right, so we're here, we're in the Zoom website, and you can go to join a meeting. Join a meeting right here. Click on that, and now it will say meeting ID. And so I have that meeting ID from the meeting that Tammy and I were in, and you punch in that meeting ID. And this is really helpful for, like, if you get text, if somebody sends you a text with the meeting ID and it's on your phone, but I will say that the Zoom meeting is much better on a computer than it is a phone. And you want to join through your computer instead of going through your phone, this is a good way to do that. And hit join. A lot of times, if there's a password, then you will be also asked to put in the password. You put in the password, and then we're right back here, right back to open Zoom, and all this is the exact same, and it's launching. And hey, there, and so I go right back down here to start video, and there I am again. That's the other way that you can get into a Zoom meeting. So I hope this has helped. I hope this has been beneficial to everybody. If you have any questions, contact Brandon Bishop at Central Avenue Church. Or you can contact me. You can contact Brandon. We're both pretty good with these things, and we can walk you through a lot of how to do this. But anyhow, I hope this was helpful, beneficial. Thank you, Tammy, for helping me with this. Everybody give Tammy a big round of applause here. And anyhow, like I said, hopefully this kind of gets everybody going and gets everybody rocking and rolling on Zoom. It's Tammy gave me a thumbs up. Hopefully this kind of helps out, and hopefully I don't get volunteered to make any more videos, but I may, and if I do, I may see y'all again with some other videos. All right, we will talk with y'all later. Bye, everybody. Bye, Tammy.
Bye.